Yeah, they say marriage is sacred. Marriage is shit. Life is shit, basically. I was married for 5 years. You attend an education you think sucks to get a job you hate so that you can earn enough money to live in a house that you're gonna end up hating even more than your job because all the time in that house is spent with somebody you hardly know anymore. The only time you socialize is when you're forced to because it's somebody's birthday or, fucking Valentine's Day. Well, let's have a romantic dinner. Well, let's not have a romantic dinner because store owners and restaurant owners told us to have one the same day where everybody else is having one. Let's have one on a regular Tuesday when everything is grey and boring and you can get reservations. My ex-wife actually bought edible panties for Valentine's Day once. Edible panties? Yeah, I bought panties with taste of chocolate. Yeah, well, you know what? I was kinda in the mood for pussy. Has anybody been down there on their partner, doing all the tricks they've accumulated throughout the years and all of a sudden felt, well, hey, I could use a Mars bar? People believe in God, they believe in paradise. You believe that when you die, you're gonna come to a place where rivers flow of milk and honey. I don't know why that would be good, but it's in the books. All your friends are gonna be there, everything is gonna be perfect, but you wanna drive a bus for another 20 years? If I believed in paradise, what I'd do, I'd just kill everybody I love. Then I'd find the tallest building I could find, jump off of it. On the way down, I'd just ask Jesus Christ for forgiveness.
Welcome, my son. How long has it been since your last confession?
35 years. There's so much I don't get about God. I think he's schizophrenic. He is in every armed conflict in the world, and he is on both sides. Well, I guess at least he's winning. Oh, God made everything. He didn't make shit. He just made a planet. People made everything. If God made houses, theaters, roads, the internet, couldn't he just have done that from the start? Why did he have to let us go through all this Stone Age bullshit? Well, I guess the Stone Age didn't exist, according to those crazy Christians. Earth is 10,000 years old. You really believe that? You didn't find it strange that like 980 of those years is one guy named Noah? No. I think Noah had a strong heart. If any of my friends had the views that God has in his books, I'd just tell them, you're an idiot. He is a warmongering racist. He's an idiot. Go to hell. Together with me and Joel Osteen and all those other rich people that's preaching, making money from it. Vilket Gud tycker är helt schysst. It's actually in the book. It's harder for a rich man to go to heaven than for a camel to walk through the eye of a needle. I read his book, Joel Osteen, about thinking happy thoughts. What are you, Peter Pan? Joel Osteen. Think happy thoughts and everything is gonna be fine. Well, that's easy for you to say with your perfect teeth, shiny shoes, beautiful wife, drawing crowds that a comic couldn't dream of, doing somebody else's material. Joel Osteen, he's a fucking hack. That stuff is 2,000 years old, man. Write some new stuff. Catholic Church is a fantastic sect, don't you think? I'm pretty sure they still eat the cracker and drink the blood. If that would be another religion, do you think we would allow that? No. Men in dresses, drinking blood, eating somebody's body. Here, eat this cracker, it's Jesus. Ja, blir märkligt. No. You mean you saved Jesus? Kinda contradictory though, that you don't like gay people but you can fuck children. Isn't that strange? Ja, blir märkligt. I guess that's a privilege when you work in a dress. Do not be gay unless you're gonna be gay with a very small person. Wonder if fucking a midget is okay too. I liked your last movie though. Passion of the Christ? Yeah. They beat you up good, but it was a good movie. The Catholic Church was upset, said it was too violent. The violence was unrealistic. You were born even though your mother never had sex. You are your own father, or at least a third of your own father. You can walk on water, unless you made wine from the water first. I don't know if you can walk on wine. You probably can, even though it's not in the book. You died and you came back from the dead after 3 days. And you think he got too much of a beating? That's your problem with this movie? Jesus was probably gay, according to my religion. I was just thinking, if you're not gay, are you gonna hang around with 12 men in dresses for 3 years? Abortions is sensitive too to the church. That's probably because women get pregnant. I think if men got pregnant, God wouldn't have written a thing about abortions. I think if men got pregnant, we'd have drive-through abortions by now.
Welcome to Abortion Burger. Can I take your order, please? Hey, how you doing? Can I get a Big Mac, large fries, and a coat hanger? Looks like I'm knocked up again, apparently. I've got your burger and your hanger. We'll be ready at the next window. Please drop through. Thank you for coming to the Abortion Burger.
God was a man, wrote books for men to read in front of other men about women? Ugh. Nah. Do you have another religion? Buddhism, maybe? What if they are right? You know, reincarnation is the shit. You work at a bank, you die, and then you're back at the bank. Son of God, why didn't you write anything? If God don't like gay people, why did he put the prostate where it can be touched? You know, that's the way God works. He's a bit contradictory at all times. He doesn't like women, doesn't like gay people, doesn't like anything that's funny. And Moses, isn't that an idiot? Sent a guy to walk from northern Egypt to Jericho, that's like 300 miles. Took him 40 years. Doesn't that make sense? Moses probably had some doubts though during that walk. Why did you send me to do this? You know I have no sense of direction. Don't you think somewhere along that walk, maybe one of Moses' friends could have just tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Are you sure you know where we're going, Moses? Because I'm pretty sure I recognize that stone. It's from 17 years ago. Hurry up, Moses. I've had grandkids since we left. We've been walking in the largest fucking circle in the world. Please, God, help me. I don't know where I am." The guys are getting tired of this. And these stone tablets, why did you give me them now? Couldn't you just put them in Jericho? Wouldn't that have been easier? I've got other stuff to carry, you know. Hey, God, I got an idea. Instead of talking to me through one burning bush, maybe you could blaze me a fucking path by burning some bushes the entire way. Would that be asking too much? How about a fucking GPS? Wouldn't that be something? Please? I'm lost. Of course, if God gave a GPS to the guy that can part oceans and make water spring from a stone, if he all of a sudden got a GPS, that'd be like a fairy tale. Took him 40 years? Really? Is that plausible? I mean, 40 years to walk 300... How fast can he have been walking? Like 2 miles an hour? 2 hours a day? That's 4 miles a day. That's more than 1,200 miles a year. Took him 40 years to walk 300 miles. Nobody thinks this is a strange story. People tell me I'm going to hell. I find that threat kind of strange to make to somebody who's just stated he doesn't believe in God. You know, it's kind of like going up to me and say, "You shouldn't do that. You might get run over by a unicorn." The parts of religious people I like most are the ones that they believe in God, but they still think that God needs help with everything. From telling me I'm going to hell to killing other people, like those Hamas assholes. They believe in God, and God can wipe out humanity with a flood, but he can't handle 4 Israelis at a cafe. Really? But you gotta believe. That's what it's about. Believe. And don't do anything that's fun. Och då blir allt bra. Hey, you look kind of white for a dude born in Nazareth, don't you? I'm sorry about saying you were gay, though. Everybody who's been to Sunday school for a couple of hours knows that Jesus was straight. He was straight, blonde, and blue-eyed like everybody else born in Nazareth. It's a joke. Relax. Christians have started developing computer games. Isn't that a very bad idea? Christian right, developing computer games. I mean, if fundamentalists are gonna make computer games, I'd say Muslims would be better at it. You know, you tape some C4 on a kid, guide him to a checkpoint. That'd be an exciting game. A Christian game where you feed 5,000 people with a fish, that sounds like a fucking boring game, if you ask me. I don't believe in God. Americans do. Like 92% of Americans believe in God, and I guess, you know, that's what happens when you don't have health care. And if not having healthcare isn't gonna make you pray, a simple cab ride in Manhattan will, so there are a lot of opportunities for God in America.